Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to week 3. We are now looking at introduction to information system in the previous videos. Information system in organizations. Be able to work well in this pattern module, which is information system 1A. We need to also look at organizations because we are developing this information system for organizations. So what is an organization? An organization is a formal collective and other resources established to accomplish a set of goals. And yes, an organization is a system because it has input, it has got processing mechanism, it has got outputs and also feedback. What could be our input in terms of organizations? We have got resources such as materials, we've got resources such as people, we've got resources such as money as our input in organization. For example, your materials that you get into your organization. And these materials is being transformed. For us to be able to have graduates, we've got people that comes into the organization. These people get tested in assessments. At the end of the day, when the period of the qualifying, you become graduate. Yes, that is an output because institutions, they do that. They get inputs, which are people, and then they transform them with the knowledge that they have in their lecturers, and then graduates are produced. Very same graduates, when they go to the work environment, they become inputs in the organizations because they'll be doing day-to-day job. They'll be going through transformation in the organization because they'll have to follow the system that is there in the organization. Wow, quite interesting. And there is a value that is put on each and every input that comes in organization. And that is a useful tool for and how are we going to be able to achieve that? Quite interesting. We'll achieve that through series chain of activities that will include inbound logistics, include warehouse and storage, production. It will also include finished product storage, outbound logistics, marketing and sales, and also customer service. Okay. So we are going to achieve this value based on this series of chains of activities. And also, value chain is used to examine what happens to raw materials to add value to them before they become the finished product sold to customers. Quite interesting. Okay. So we need systems to be able to do these activities. So those two systems, we see them here. We have CRM, and we have customer relationship management system, abbreviated CRM. These are the two key parts of managing value chain. It helps determine what supplies are required for value chain, what quantities are needed, how they are be turned into finished products, and how they will be shipped to the customers. While the CRM, it helps the company to manage all the aspects of customer encounters, advertising, including marketing, including sales, including customer service after the sale, and also to help to retain loyal customers. Quite interesting. We have SCM and we've got CRM. And these two, we're going to use them to control and monitor processes and ensure effectiveness and efficiency in the organization. SCM, remember we are talking about transportations here. Your inbound logistics that you saw in value chain falls in here. Your warehouse, your storage, your production, your finished product storage, outbound logistics that fall within the SCM. It is very good for us to be able to understand these two systems and how to add value into our resources, which are the input. For us to be able to achieve this value chain, we also look into organizational structures, which refers to organizational subunits and the way they relate to each other. And it depends on its approach to management and can affect how it views and uses information system. We have got 4 types of organizational structures that we're going to look at. We've got traditional, we've got project, we've got team, and we've got visual. These are the types of organizational structures we have in organizations. The traditional one is the normal hierarchy one, which has the head, which is the top root, and then we've got the kids. It looks like a tree format upside down. It's a top-down operational management, whereby you have your executive at the top, you've got your operational managers in the middle, and then you can have non-management employees at the bottom, which is the operational level. Then we've got the decision making, and then the final decision makers in organizations. That is a traditional organizational structure. It's normally used in each and every organization. For example, we do use a traditional one in Darmly, especially in campus level, whereby you've got the general manager as the main man, and then we've got your sales managers, your finance managers, and your academic managers. Underneath these 3 managers, then you've got employees that works underneath them. Then we've got project and team organizational structures. Project organizational structures are centered on a modular product or service. If, for instance, there is a project that is there that needs to be done, then we look into a project organizational structures, whereby people will work together to achieve that goal, which is the product. Marketing, finance, production teams, they work together to achieve the goal. Then we've got a team organizational structure, which is centered on work teams or groups. Academics, it's a team. Sales, it's a team. Finance, it's a team. What happens in finance happens in finance. What happens in academics happens in academics. What happens in sales happens in sales. So those are teams that we have in one organization. Then we also have visual organizational structure. This is made up of individuals or teams to complete business units that work with individuals, teams, or complete business units in different geographic locations. For example, we've got different academic managers all over the country in SA, for example. So for them to be able to speak the same language, they sometimes need to meet visually and communicate via telecommunication, have visual meetings so that they can achieve their day-to-day work. I believe now you understand what is an organization, what organization we have, and you can relate to this communication. Other than that, we are done for the day. We will meet again in week 4, where we'll be discussing organizational change and the careers that we have in information system. For today, we are done. See each other in the next video. I would love to meet you again. Bye.